What up? Gonna be talking quietly this evening because my roommates are upstairs and one of them has a door open. So I know it's been a while, and I've been quite the hot mess situation for a while. So I've been sorting it out instead of talking about it on camera because that would just stress me out. So when was my last update? I broke up with the partner that I started dating last year. I am close to. Oh, fuck, whatever. I have a total of 3 partners now because I am kind of getting into a new-ish relationship with someone that I like who is also involved with another partner of mine. We're very much doing the kitchen table polyamory thing, and it's working out well, honestly. Like, we're all pretty well equipped to do polyamory and to communicate about it and to deal with things. And, like, yes, we still have our arguments and issues, but, like, our communication skills are robust enough to cope, and it's great. I also started dating this really nice woman. She's tall, she's really smart, she's really funny, and she's really cool, and she's very loving. I'm incredibly gay. If you had asked me to describe the woman of my dreams a year ago, it would be her. She ended up moving in with us. We had some roommates move in and then move out after like 5-6 months because like it was not working out. Still got me dog. He now weighs 90 pounds, maybe more now because it's been like a week or two since his last weigh-in. I have to weigh him like a baby giraffe, as in I weigh myself and then I pick him up and then I weigh both of us and we do the math. Because like our scale is too small for him. But I don't want to take him to the vet just to weigh him, and I don't want to wait till the vet to weigh him. We want to know. I need to make sure he's eating enough for how much he's growing, that sort of thing. But I also learned that my cat Ritz is 12 pounds. 12 pounds. He is a thick, dense, beefy boy. He's got anime cat limbs. It's just round. I love him so much. My Percy got fat, has remained fat. She got a bit slimmer, but she's been eating more, so I anticipate she wants to get fatter, but she stops after a certain point. So, I'm just enjoying looking forward to the chonkening. Uh, I don't know what's new in my life. I hate quarantine. I hate coronavirus. Haven't said that before. I've been spending so much of this quarantine just coping with so much, and being high risk is terrifying during a fucking pandemic where people don't wear their masks to the grocery store. And even if I'm wearing a mask, that is not guaranteed protection. What would make me safer is other people wear masks, even if I wasn't, which sucks. Coping with that. I'm used to it now. I bring a mask, I wear gloves, it's good. Places offer sanitizer, I use that. It's just been stressful. Fortunately, my girlfriend that moved in has a car, so a lot of things are easier and a lot more accessible, especially for us broke disabled people. She's happy that she brings a lot to the table, though honestly, she alone is enough. She makes me happy. The first time she told me I love you, it was after I made a remarkably bad pun. But like, she's the kind of person who's like endeared by that because she's always making bad puns. It's great. And like, part of me was like, oh, God, that's silly. That's not going to be something to, tell people at parties. But also, like, that's the kind of cheesy, genuine shit that I love that I genuinely often myself don't have the courage to express, even though I'm right up there. It's. Every new relationship has its own challenges and its own benefits, and it's really nice to see myself reflected in how I love different people. Like, because, different personalities, different experiences, different interactions, it produces different results, shows different parts of you, so it's really nice to see how I love her. And it's nice, because she loves me so right. Like, she hugs me so good, and she's so attentive. She notices things and puts things together about me without me needing to explain them. It's really nice. Like, I tend to get a bit more cuddly when I'm like in a lot of pain or when I'm really stressed, because what mammal doesn't want to curl up with someone they care about and get comforted when they're uncomfortable? So anytime I get extra cuddly, she checks in whether or not it's like, if anything's off or if I'm just being affectionate. And like, some people would be bothered by that sort of thing, but I find it nice because it's true. And it's nice that she's like paying attention to me and noticing things about me and responding to me. And it's really nice to be loved like that. And I'm not like doing the hierarchical thing where it's like this relationship's better than this one for these reasons, but this is kind of something new to me. This is a new experience for me. And like, even though I've, had people be considerate of me before, everyone does it different. And I really like how she does it. It's nice. Like, and we've talked like long-term plans because like it's been a while we've been dating. Like, I think we're going on 6 months in a week or two. So like, that's fun. And honestly, we have very compatible long-term goals and like aspirations and things that really make us feel fulfilled. And there's understanding right where we need it, and there's difference right where we need it. And even though sometimes there's friction, as humans being close and interacting and living together, it isn't an issue. Like, nothing, there are no stopping points making it hard. Like, this is going well so far, and I know part of it's all that honeymoon phase shit, but also my life sucks too hard for me to be honeymooning at all for long. It really does. My brain drains me of serotonin and dopamine way too hard. But it seems like this is gonna work out, and like, I started dating my ex. Together we've been piecing together everything, and we've been talking about everything from over the last 4 or 5 years that we've known each other. The good things, the bad things, comparing perspectives, and we're really managing to get an understanding going. And like, communication's always really difficult because we've always had very different styles. We've always kind of grappled with that together. And it's kind of nice that we've grown into a headspace where we're both prepared to tackle that from our respective positions. And like, it's nice that we're working together to understand each other. And even though, like, talking about emotions and being vulnerable and saying when things bother me, it scares me a whole lot. And they have a hard time with their own issues, like, as everyone has problems. But it's nice how one thing that I just really appreciate that we've been doing is we've been talking a lot. When, like, I've had a lot of things that have come up for me that I just wanted to get out in the air and, like, get talked about. And they'll be running things by me because we're doing the polyamory thing, so we gotta make sure everyone's comfortable with things. And I don't know, it's just, we get to go over things, and it's reassuring that they're willing to listen to me so much. Because, it means a lot to me. Like, communication's really important to me. I don't say things unless it's important, and I'm getting that back so much. I'm very focused on the positives right now in my life. Because, there are negatives, like the roommates that we lived with for a bit. It was an extremely emotionally and mentally taxing situation. Like, and with my disability, that turns into physically disabling. So, like, I haven't had a flare bad enough to put me the way that I was at my best while they were living with us since they moved out. It's been a little bit. Nice to get control of my life there a little bit. I don't know. I'm sorting my shit out. I'm getting to a place in life because, like, I had this for like a couple months a year ago where, like, I was clear-headed and I had a lifestyle that I could manage. I was managing within my means and I was comfortable, and I was building a support network, and I was building a social network and a lifestyle I liked. And I haven't been capable of doing that work again for a while. I've been focusing on coping so that I can survive to get to that point. And like, I'm I'm thinking about things again. I'm considering, what I'm wanting out of like my relationships, what I'm wanting out of career prospects, what I'm wanting out of my home life, out of my social life, out of myself. I'm really grappling with myself. Honestly, every day has kind of just been an inner battle of like just not ignoring my own internal monologue and not ignoring my feelings and my thought processes. Like, I've been really just thinking on it and addressing it. And like, there's a lot. Like, and if I repress it, things can be smoothed out. But life isn't constantly traumatizing me anymore. And I'm not about the life of, making myself worse. Oh, God. Muscle spasms in that arm. Sorry. So it's been a lot of work. It's been a lot of mental work. I feel like I haven't achieved much this month, but I'm getting pretty clear-headed again. Like, aside from bipolar flare-ups, which is just like, it happens, and fibromyalgia flare-ups, which, half the time I cause, half the time it's stress, which is less now, I'm pretty stable. I'm getting better. Like, I still feel awful, but it's not an overwhelming pile of awful anymore. It's just issues that I already have, issues that I can talk myself through, issues that are at least somewhat under my power to manage, which is not what my life was like for, honestly, since a year ago. Things got out of control for a variety of reasons, and I'm so glad that part of my life's over. I'm, I'm supported, our house is stable. We have 4 cats and a dog total, animals. We've got plans to repaint this living room because, like, full honesty, that wall isn't ideal for any of us. Some of us straight up don't like it. Some of us gritted their teeth and were like, maybe I could change a few colors. But we're gonna improve it. We're gonna fix it up, and it's gonna be nice. We've put the painting there just to break up the color a little bit. I think it helps. It gives the eye somewhere else to look. God, I hope I'm not talking loud enough to be heard. My roommates know me well enough to at least slightly question me talking out loud to myself for this long, because like, they know I'll talk myself through like cooking or doing dishes, or I'll think out loud, but like 12-minute dialogue, it would. Oh well, whatever. Guess I better not care. One other thing I want to mention is, one thing one of my partners made for me is they crocheted me this beautiful blanket. They found the softest yarn, like, that they could find, and like, they gave it to me to test first, and it's so soft. It's my favorite thing. It's not very big, but it's big enough for me to curl up in, and it's big enough for me to like ball up and hug if I really just want to enjoy the soft sensation. And it's wonderful. It's the comfiest thing I've ever experienced. I'm gonna like take them to the yarn store. Dangerous thing to say when you're dating a fiber crafter. To get more so they can add to it at some point. I don't know. What's my life like now? Oh yeah, shit. I'm growing out my hair. I'm successfully doing pigtails right now. I did get this tattoo. It's a fancy sword from Lord of the Rings. I have this piercing now. Isn't it nice? It's gold with little gems. Those both I had after I broke up with that partner I had. I don't know if I ever showed, but I lost all the stuff from that industrial. Oh, and navel piercing. I love it. I'm so happy with it. Everyone I know egged me on to do it, and that was the best thing they could do. Also, I experimented around with shaving my eyebrows. Ended up going a bit short for what could be considered long-term. Like, they would have been better short, like just a tiny little darts, but I couldn't get them symmetrical without like having like 6 hairs. My brows aren't quite that thick enough for that kind of fine tuning, so I've just got to grow them out a bit, and not not do that thing. I just wanted to see how far I could take it, you know? I say now, justifying. Oh, there's the Ritz. Famous bastard boy. Look at you. Oh my god, I'm gonna gush about the animals. Okay, so Mouse is a big-ass boy, right? That's his name now. I don't know if I ever mentioned I changed that because that first name was dumb. And honestly, the only reason I suggested that name was because my shitty partner at the time would have decided on something dumber and not budged, because that was just how he did his entire life, and that's how he pissed away hundreds of thousands of dollars. I'm not getting into that. So the dog's name is Mouse now. It's great. He's still set to up to double in size and in weight. I love it. He's gonna be massive. And him and my Persephone, they're friends. Every time they're like on the floor together, like standing and walking around, Percy will approach Mouse and rub all over his legs and like, you know, weave between them, and Mouse will like sniff her all friendly and nice and all. And like Percy will like stretch up on her back feet and rub her face on Mouse's face. It is the cutest thing, especially because she's so round and soft. And oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, I've always wanted Ritz and Percy to be friends, because Ritz, I always wanted him to have a friend, you know, because he was a relatively lonely cat. He was boyfriends with some roommates' cats, but he had to move out with them. Unfortunate. I feel bad for my gay son. He has now had 2 boy cat boyfriends. He gay. Or at least mostly gay. But I think it was earlier today, I saw Ritz and Persephone cuddling on a chair, a dining room chair, and they were licking each other. They were grooming each other for a bit. It was the sweetest goddamn thing I've ever seen. It was all my dreams. Ritz and Mouse kind of have the older brother, little brother dynamic. Like, Ritz gets annoyed about Mouse, but like Ritz loves Mouse, and he'll nap with Mouse, and he'll nap on Mouse. Like, they snuggle, and it's really fucking cute. I fucking love it. They're all so sweet. And then there's, you know, another roommate's cats. 2 babies, a cinnamon roll baby and a peaches and cream baby, but they're a bit more shy, but they're so cute. One of them keeps not having a good relationship with Mouse, and I kind of feel bad. And, you know, we're obviously trying to deter the dog from, like, pursuing the cats when the cats aren't vibing with it. But also just, like, cousins, am I right? Because, you know, they're all babies. They're all the babies. I'm trying to think of things to talk about, because I always remember after I hit cut. What's new? Oh my god, finally started playing D&D. I DM a campaign with my housemates, and it's been great. Really wish I'd started it sooner. Well, I did try starting it sooner a time or 2, and it just didn't stick, but it is sticking now. We've got a campaign going in a city in the sky. With bird people, martial arts, and rebelling conscious nature. It's been lots of fun, actually. I let a player romance a bird boy. I let another character romance an old bird man, so it's like a grandma-grandpa couple. That's really sweet. As soon, like, first session, like, it was starting with Homo with the first pair, and, like, after the first session, like, a player came to me and, like, was like, okay, is this character gonna die? And I was like, well, what do you mean? Like, I don't know. We gotta let the story unfold. And they were like, yes, but I need to know if he's gonna die. And I was like, what for? Like, maybe I can help. And they were like, I would like to romance him. And I'm like, Grandma, Grandpa. I stand. I immediately stand it so hard. Because, like, I love old people love. I love that shit. I'm here for that shit. I want to let my players romance the NPCs. Why not, right? It's so much fun. And Um, Especially since like one of them's playing a himbo, one of them's playing a grandma bard, and the other one's playing a fighter based off a Star Trek character who's a hard ass and gets a little war crimey, basically ambitious, which is like honestly really fun to play with for like character situations, like for me, because like I enjoy the creativity aspect of it. Like I kind of approach it like a writer, but it's fun. So like I've been having fun with it. I've been having fun with it. Plus there's a recurring fairy dragon that just shows up and helps. And I love doing that. Although at some point I am going to do the Untitled Goose. I am not sure when, I am not sure how, but I want to do that because that would be fun. I've also got a few other dungeon ideas I really should start writing on. It's really exciting. And lots of fun, and my dice bag is huge. I'm not just bragging, it's a dice bag with the flame patterns, and it's got like at least 4 or 5 sets of dice with extra d20s. It's beautiful. I'm gonna stop flexing now. Anything else to talk about? I don't know. My life sucked really hard there for a bit, and my life has been improving a lot. I have been improving it. Finally. Excited to see where it goes, and now I don't have to feel bad about abandoning this. Peace.